Hello everyone, welcome to part 40 of Laravel 10 tutorial in which we are getting the e-commerce admin panel and we are working on the categories module. In the last few videos, we are working on these categories. I'm going to log in and we'll see that we have shown the categories after adding them with Cedar. We have created the categories tables earlier on with migration and here you can see the categories are coming and we also able to make their status inactive and active. Now this time we are required to work on the category level. Okay, I want to tell you the that we have added so far in the parent category. I'm going to its database. Here it is, project 10. Okay, so right now the the categories that we have added so far, we have added under the parent category 0. Okay, it means those are the main categories. Okay, like we have added the accessories last time and we have made the parent id as 0 because we don't have any category level field where we can select the category. Under clothing we have added men, women and kids. Now under men we want to add the t-shirts or shirts. Then how we can add? See here, we can click on add category, but here we don't have that drop down under which. So right now we able to add as a parent category, like we have added the accessory, but we can't add the subcategory so far. So we want to add the subcategory, and for that we require the category level select box. Okay, in which we can show all the categories, okay, one after another. Like we are going to show in that clothing will come. Under clothing, men, women, kids will come, and under men we can able to add more subcategories. Okay, so that thing we are going to do right now. We're going to work on the category level. So for that we are going to create first of all one function. There are, see, I want to tell you that there are we are going to work on multiple category levels. Okay, first we are going to work on the one category level. Okay, one category level, and after that multiple category level. Okay, one category level, and in which we will show the categories as well as the subcategories. Okay, and after that we are going to work on the multiple category levels. Okay, so here we are going to show categories and their subcategories, categories and their subcategories. Okay, and here we are going to show subcategories and their subcategories and their subcategories. Okay, like this, subcategories. Okay, like this. So we are going to work on these in this video. Okay, so let me click on add category, and after this we are going to add here the category level. But first of all we are going to create the get categories function so that we can able to fetch all the categories. Okay, so I'm going to open the category model. Okay, so open the category model, and here I'm going to we'll add one function, public static function get categories. Okay, so see, we have added this as static because we want to use it, call it so that we can call it anywhere on the website. Okay, so now this get categories. So from category, and see, we are going to use here the subcategories. So subcategories we are going to create. Okay, first of all we are going to just have the category here, where here we are going to make the parent id must be 0. Okay, parent id must be 0 and status must be 1, so that category must be active. And here I'm going to get to array, convert it to array. Okay, so we are going to check once, get categories. So here this function we are going to use under addEditCategory function in the category controller. We are going to call this function somewhere here. We are going to call this function like get categories. I'm going to make it like get categories. Okay, and here we are going to call this function category get categories. make sure the function name is same. We can make it like this one also. Okay, cat categories like this. Okay, so now we can check that which categories we able to get. Four categories, four parent categories we able to get here. First of all, we need to get the parent categories, and here you can see the clothing, electronics, appliances, and accessories. All are the parent categories. Okay, so we able to fetch the parent categories. So we also require the subcategories. We also require their subcategories. So that's why we're going to make one more function here, one more relation in fact between the categories as well as the subcategories. Okay, so we are going to create a relation between the category and the subcategories. We are going to create the hasMany relation between the category as well, between the category and subcategories. Okay, so here I'm going to create the relation here. Okay, public function subcategories. Okay, so we're going to add here hasMany relation, hasMany. Here we are going to add model category, model category. Okay, and we are going to have their parent ID. Then we're going to select only with status 1. Okay, so we are going to attach this relation here with subcategories. Okay, so that subcategories will get assigned according to the parent ID. Okay, let's see here subcategories is there. So the clothing is having the subcategories men, women, and kids. Here see we have asset ID, we have connect the ID with the parent ID, because here you can see the parent ID of all subcategories is the ID of the parent category. Okay, you can see. So so that's why we have associated this parent ID with this ID. Okay, so now you can see like clothing is having men, women, and kids, and other categories I don't think we have added any subcategories in the other main categories. Okay, electronics, appliances, accessories. See, earlier on we used to create these as section in the earlier series, but now we are creating the categories, and under those the subcategories will come. So we have avoided a lot of ajax work. Otherwise we will show first the sections, and according to those section we call the categories with the help of ajax. But now there is no ajax involved. Now we have make our task easier. Okay, so now you can add the further subcategories, but first of all we are going to add under these subcategories. After that we will add one more level to it. Okay, so it is easier to add levels to it. Okay, so now I'm going to return these categories so that we can use it. Okay, I'm going to return these categories, and here going to use these categories so that we can return to the blade file as well here. So I'm going to open here the blade file, add edit category, so that we can add the category level. And now I'm going to add the category level after category name. I'm going to copy this one, and here I'm going to make it category level here like this, and this one I'm going to remove, and we'll use here the select. Sorry, we're going to use here the select box, select. Okay, so option inside this. So I am going to use here name as parent ID, because we want to get the parent ID here. If the admin want to add in under main, so the parent ID is always 0. Okay, like I have told you earlier also. And here also we will give the class here. Okay, class is form control. Okay, so here first one we will first give just select. Okay, and after that, So now first one is the value 0. 0 is for the main category. If the admin wants to add the category under main category, and yeah, after that we are going to add the for each loop. Okay, for each, and those categories that we have just got from this array dollar categories, dollar get categories, as dollar, we can make it anything like dollar cat. Okay, so now uh, we will close this one and for each. Okay, so here uh, once again I am going to add here the option, and here see we are going to give here dollar cat id. The value of the category will come up here, that we will use it as the parent id. Okay, and here we are going to use the category name here. Okay, we are going to use the category name. Okay, so now we can check once that so I'm going to open one more here. Okay, like this. So always it is better to open the separate window, separate tab, so that we can check the progress. Okay, so now see we able to show the main categories. You can see the clothing, electronics, appliances, accessories. Okay, and main category is also coming. If the user wants to add the main category, like we have added clothing, electronics, appliances, then he can just select the main category here. Otherwise, if he wants to add the category under clothing, like men, women, and now we want to add the kids also, then we will select the clothing. Okay, so like this. But here we will also show the subcategories. Okay, these subcategories, like we are having the subcategories under clothing, men, women, and kids, and those we want to show here as well. Okay, so for this another for each loop will come, but first of all we are going to check here like whether these subcategories are there for this category or not. Okay, so that's why first thing is we are going to check here we with the not empty dollar cat subcategories. Okay, and here and if, and here we are going to add here the rate of for each, another for each loop we are going to add here dollar subcategories of this one. See, we are talking now subcategories of this one. Okay, uh, as dollar subcat. Okay, so and for each. Okay, so here we are going to add the option value once again. This one we are going to add here, and this time we are going to add here the subcat at both places. And now we are required to add some like some spaces we are going to give like nbsp. Okay, and after that some hyphen also we can give. I will just check the hyphen in ASCII code, hyphen in ASCII. This we call it as the ASCII code, ASCII character, or hyphen ASCII code. What it is? Hyphen minus hyphen ASCII code must be there. Okay, I think I have earlier used hyphen ASCII code. That must be something like and RAQUO. So let me check. Okay, so we are going to check here, refresh that subcategories now coming or not. See, subcategories are coming but not correctly. See, here we can see the subcategories are coming, but here we require more spacing. Okay, so that we are going to give here. Okay, somewhere we require to have the more spacing, so that see under men, under clothing, these three are there. I'm going to give it like this. Okay, let's see. Still it is not affecting anything. uh, Let me see that what is happening here. It is showing the subcategories or not. Yes, now it is showing, but it is showing this one under here, but if not empty subcategories as dollar subcat. After that dollar subcat, subcat category name. Okay, so sorry, we need to add this, not here, we will add it here. Now I think it will make effect. Okay, so now I think remove this one. Now I think it will work. Yes, now it is working. Okay, you can see main category clothing. Under clothing, men, women and kids, we can select men, women and kids as well. Like if we want to add the t-shirt category under men, then we can select the men here. Okay, so let's try to add the t-shirts category under men. See that it will work or not. Like I'm going to add the t-shirts category under men here. Okay, and here I'm going to put the 10% discount as well. I will type here, otherwise it will affect the fonts. Okay, then here t-shirts, then description also we can add the t-shirts, title also we can add the t-shirts, and we can click on submit now, and we can check here meta description cannot be null. Okay, so a few things, we will assign the null value to the few things. Okay, so here description, meta title, meta description, meta keywords, all can be null. Okay, so I'm going to assign the null value to this one. I'm going to click on change and we'll assign the null value, so that the null value we can able, if we will not add any data, so that it will not give any error. Okay, so now I will control shift R and command shift R in Mac. So now we can see the t-shirts is added, but here the parent category is still not there because we have not added here. We forgot to add the parent ID here. You can see the parent ID, we have not added, so we need to add here the parent ID as well. Okay, so here we are getting the parent ID from there. We're going to add the parent ID. So now this time once again, see there is no edit option right now. Okay, so otherwise we are going to edit this one. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to remove from here. Okay, and we'll add once again. Here I'm going to remove, delete, and we'll make it auto increment as 8, so that it will start from the 8 here. Okay, so now I'm going to add once again. We'll click on add category, and this time I'm going to add t-shirts once again, and you can see the t-shirts is there under men. I'm going to add, and category discount, I will not give any category discount. T-shirts I'm going to add once again, and will not give any other thing, so that we can check that if we will left empty there must be no error. So I'm going to click on submit this time, and once again it is showing error to the category discount, so that we can assign the default value to the category discount as well. So here the default value we can assign here as defined 0. Okay, in case there is no value, so it will assign the 0 value to this. So this one must also get resolved. See, category discount cannot be null, it is still saying. So we can do one thing here. We can just convert it to the float value as well. Okay, we can check the float value and check here, so that it will so that now we will check float save, that it able to remove this, error. In case of float it is also not working. So we can do one more thing here. We can, I don't want to use the null for category discount. Okay, so we can do one thing here, like if the category discount is not there, then we can assign the 0 value. Okay, and for this we can add here, if is set here category discount. Okay, then we can assign the 0 value to this. Okay, so let's see that it will work or not. I don't want to assign the null to the category discount, so that is the thing. Okay, and if is set, and I need to check that whether we are reaching here or not, or there is some issue or something. I am going to here check, going to debug our code, and we will see after debugging. See category underscore discount does not have any value, that is fine. So if set if uh, see if set I'm going to make it empty as well. Let's see if empty, then we are going to assign 0. Let's see if it will work. Sometimes these things happen, and this time it is working empty. In case of empty, we are going to assign the 0 value. See 0 value assigned for this. Okay, so now you can see the t-shirts category is finally under the men. Okay, so it is working fine now. We able to add the t-shirts category under men, and men is having the 4 id that is assigned as the parent id for the t-shirt. Okay, so that thing we want to do. Okay, so it's working fine. So now uh, suppose if we want to see the we want to add the another category, and here I want to see here clothing. Under clothing it is coming fine. The now like we have added under men, now the t-shirt is under men, but it is not showing that. Okay, so we also want to show that. Okay, so for that we will add the another loop here. Okay, so we will also have the subcategories here as well. Okay, so that we can add the another level. Okay, so we are now going to work on the multiple category level, means uh, 2 or 3 category level, like we have worked on one category level so for category and the subcategories, and now subcategories and their subcategories. Okay, so for this we need to modify our get categories function. Okay, so here with subcategories, here we are going to add the subquery to add one more subcategories under this one. Okay, I hope that you know the subqueries if you have watched my earlier series, like function dollar query. This is the subquery we are creating, and dollar query, and once again we will attach the subcategories relation to it. Okay, sorry, with subcategories. Okay, I'm going to attach it like this with subcategories. Okay, so now it seems to be fine, and here we need to close it as well. Okay, so now see okay, we have added this one here, and now we must have subcategories as well, and this one we are returning from here, and here also we will add one more level. Okay, like we have added this one. Now we are going to add the another level here. After this uh, option, we are going to add the another one, and we are going to add here, like, okay, here we are going to add inside this. Okay, so let's see here I am going to check with this subcat, and here subcat, and here we are going to make it like subcat, and we are going to use this one here. Okay, so let's see if it will work fine, and let's see now, and see now we want to add few more here, few more spaces like this one, so that it will be clear to us. And now we want to see the category level, and few more spaces we want to add here. Just now check category level now. So here you can see, first we are having the clothing, electronic appliances and accessories. Under those we are having the men, women and kids, and under those t-shirts what I can do, I can even make them bold, like we can make them bold. These main categories we can make them bold as well. Okay, and so that it will be more clear to us. So it is not happening here. I think there must be something else for giving them style, font weight. I'm not sure that whether we can make them bold, otherwise we can search and make them bold as well. I don't think that it will work. Otherwise OTB group is also the another option. No, we can't make them bold. Okay, we can keep it like this, but here see, the main thing is like we are having the clothing. uh, okay, we can add the more spaces here, okay, like more, so that it will okay, so we are going to add like this. So now see, it will be more clear, I think. Levels must be more clear, okay. So now I think more clear, like the clothing, electronics, appliances, accessories are the main categories. In under clothing we are having the men, women and kids as the subcategories. Under men further we are having the t-shirts as the subcategory, okay. So now if we want to add the another one like shirts, I want to add the shirts under men, okay. So now only t-shirt is there, then the shirts will also come up here, okay. So here I'm going to add the 10% discount with the shirts at the URL, and no other field I will submit, and I'm going to see that we able to add the shirts under men as well. And now if I will try to add the another category, we are going to see the category level. And now see, under category level we are having the two two subcategories now under men, like that is the t-shirts as well as the shirts. We have added the two under men, okay. So now we can able to add the main category, we can able to add the subcategory, we can able to add the subcategory, okay. Three levels we able to add, okay. So now mostly the e-commerce website is having two level, but we have added up till three levels, so that we will make sure that any level of categories we can able to add. So this is the category levels for you, that you can add at your end. And in the next video we are going to work on the edit feature for our categories, so that we can able to edit all these options, okay. So stay tuned for the next video. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.